In Lebanon, Parliament voted this month to abolish a law that allowed rapists to evade punishment by marrying their accusers. The move comes after other nations in the region, namely Jordan and Tunisia, passed legislation doing the same as part of a bill designed to end all violence against women. But rights groups say this doesn't go far enough. Let's now bring in Lina Abirafeh, who's the director of the Institute for Women's Studies in the Arab World, for analysis on this situation. She joins us from Beirut. Lina, thank you so much for speaking to Middle East Matters. What do you think can be done to abolish the remaining provisions of the controversial law, which essentially makes exceptions for escaping punishment for rape?
Actually, Sanam, this is just one piece of a lot of advocacy work and action on behalf of feminist organizations and civil society groups, and most notably the media. So I think we're just at the beginning of our fight in terms of really understanding and unpacking all of the inequalities that exist in the law in Lebanon, not just in a piecemeal way, but more robust.
Now, organizations that support victims of sexual assault say they receive more than 2,500 reports of partner violence every year. Do you think eradicating something like that will be an even bigger challenge?
Well, unfortunately, those things exist all over the world. Eradication is a dream, but next to impossible. We're talking about global statistics that reflect that 1 in 3 women and girls are going to experience this form of violence. Lebanon is no exception. And unfortunately, this is underreported everywhere, and especially here, where systems and services are inadequate and reporting isn't in the culture. So we have a lot of obstacles in order to really eliminate violence against women fully.
Now, this law that we've just discussed, which has been eradicated, is just one factor. How important is it, in your opinion, to work towards changing attitudes in what is a largely patriarchal society in this region, where a family's honour is very much linked to a woman's chastity?
That's absolutely right. That's part of our challenge. This ancient patriarchal system of control where the woman represents the honor of the family, most notably the male member of the family, and as a result, it is within his purview to keep women in line, so to speak, so their behavior doesn't do him any dishonor. The challenge is, when it comes to a marry or rapist law, it could be viewed in a perverse way as a form of protection, because if a girl is raped, and had she been a virgin or not, she's bringing shame to the family. She cannot be married. She might be ostracized. The risk is that they might actually kill her. So in a convoluted way, marrying her protects her and prevents that from happening. Now, this is all part of a system of patriarchy that will take a long time to undo.
And lastly, and very briefly, Lina, looking beyond Lebanon, changes to the rape law have been happening across the region, which I mentioned earlier. What does this mean for women's rights?
Well, in the region, unfortunately, according to the last Global Gender Gap report, we ranked last of all regions in the world. So I think this is just the beginning for us. We don't want a false Arab Spring. What we really seek is equality embedded in all aspects of the law at every level. And then bringing that down to communities and changing attitudes and behaviors and practices is still a long fight. I think we're in it for the long haul, because we have to look at wanting to achieve equality everywhere, or we'll succeed in achieving equality nowhere.
Lina Abirafeh of the Institute of Women's Studies in the Arab World, thank you so much for speaking to us.